Howdy. Nugget number 1. Let's check out Exodus chapter 17, verse 6. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock in Horeb, and thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it. Numbers chapter 20, verse 8. Take the rod, and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak ye unto the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth his water. Okay, now we got a couple of incidences there where a rock is supposed to be struck and water is going to supply, or going to be supplied to both persons and their beasts. There are a lot of interesting things just in those wordings. If we look here, it says, behold, I stand before thee upon the rock. That's in Exodus. And then in Numbers it says that it will give his water. And speak ye unto the rock before their eyes, and it, that is the rock, shall give forth his water, and thou shalt bring forth unto them out of the rock. Okay, what's interesting about these two particular scriptures, it's talking about a specific rock at a specific period of time here. This is not just any old rock. It's actually the coronation stone that was in Westminster Abbey in England. Yeah, okay. It was brought there by Jeremiah. It was brought to Scotland. Here I have it here at 583 BC. Jeremiah took the rock to Scotland, and then it went to England, and now it's back in Scotland. Okay, that's per Wikipedia. I know about the rock now, and I know about its history, where it is right now. Again, it's per Wikipedia. Okay. It's not important. It is, but it isn't. But not for what I'm about to discuss. The rock is Christ. It's a shadow of what he's going to do on the cross. Moses is told to strike it. Moses strikes it. It's a shadow of what's coming. Here, Jesus agrees to be killed. He gives his life, right? Okay? This is Christ. The church, after this, is Christ. He's already been struck right here. He's not supposed to be struck a second time. Okay? Now I'm going to leave this event here. Now I'm going to make this Jacob's trouble. The church is coming towards Jacob's trouble. Away from the cross. Towards Jacob's trouble, which is the wrath of God. The church was born out of the wrath of God being inflicted on Jesus. Now we're approaching the wrath of God. This is the second strike. The church is supposed to be struck twice? No. If we read on, Moses is not allowed into the promised land because of his transgression, his disobedience. He struck the right rock twice, which represented Christ. The shadow of Christ, the shadow of things to come. This is Christ. He struck it once, the cross. He struck it a second time. Means that it enters into Jacob's trouble. He was punished because the church does not have to endure the wrath of God. He allowed it the first time. He allowed his son to be placed upon that tree. He allowed his son to be beaten. He allowed his son to be stabbed. He allowed his son to be ridiculed. He allowed his son to be spat upon. Jacob's trouble. He ain't doing that twice. And that's the point of Nugget 1. Okay. I have to establish that because unfortunately, it is being taught, because it's not being understood, that in Scripture that it's explained. It's explained what this is, what it becomes, and what it will not endure. It cannot endure the wrath of God the second time. It's unacceptable. Okay, that's Nugget 1. Thank you very much. Cheers.